Today we've got everything leaked for the Pixel 8 Pro, including the confirmed launch date, the pricing, as well as new features that we weren't expecting to see. Let me know in the comments who out there is excited for the Pixel 8 series, and don't forget to subscribe to stay up to date with the latest tech. So first up, before we get into the reveals, we've got the official launch invites that have been sent out by Google, confirming that the launch is going to be held on Wednesday, the 4th of October, and this is going to be a global launch where we're going to see the Pixel 8, the Pixel 8 Pro, and the Watch 2. The Pixel 8 series have also appeared on the FCC certification, and this confirms that they're using Broadcom's BCM4389 chip for both models, and this means that both the Pixel 8 and the Pixel 8 Pro are going to feature Wi-Fi 7. Now sadly, the FCC filing also reveals that the Pixel 8 Pro comes with ultra-wideband, but the standard Pixel 8 doesn't. Now next up, we've got confirmation that despite previous rumors, the Pixel 8 and the Pixel 8 Pro are not going to be eSIM only. Every model in every country is going to have a physical SIM card, and I know this is going to be great news for a lot of you. We previously had confirmation of exciting new features like audio eraser and video on blur, and according to a new report from 9to5Google, we're also getting a night sight video. Google's night sight photography does an incredible job at taking low light environments and making a great image out of it, but it's going to be interesting to see how this works in video. It takes a long time to take a night sight photo, so I assume there's going to be a lot of AI work going on to do something similar with video without massively cutting the frame rate or the shutter speed. Now, given that the Pixel 8 and the Pixel 8 Pro are going to share the same primary camera and chipset, we're hoping that night sight video is going to be available on both models. We've also got exciting news that the Pixel 8 series will be getting an upgrade to an ultrasonic fingerprint scanner, and for a phone line that's had so many issues with the fingerprint unlocks, this is incredible news. Now, ultrasonic scanners are faster and more accurate, and they're going to massively increase the performance of the fingerprint unlock, and it's unknown at the moment if this is going to be for the Pixel 8 Pro only or if it is going to be used in both models. Now next up, we've got another reveal of the Pixel 8 Pro, and again it comes from Google themselves. If you take a look under subscriptions and services on the Google Store, you'll see this image here, and it clearly shows a man using the Pixel 8 Pro in the porcelain color. It confirms that the design is exactly as I've been showing you on this channel for weeks. This is hardly a surprise as we've already had a lot of leaks from Google now. Now in the past, Google have been terrible at keeping any information secret, and all the leaks have come out incredibly early and they have been accurate, so I think at this point they've just completely given up, decided it's just better to show us the devices themselves. Now next up, we've got the first pricing leak courtesy of /leaks, and it claimed that the Pixel 8 128GB model is going to be about €874, the 256GB is going to be about €949, then for the Pixel 8 Pro it says that the 128GB model is €1,235, with the 256GB model being €1,309, and the 512GB model is going to be €1,461. Now of course, prices are not directly comparable between regions due to different pricing anyway, as well as different taxes, but it does give us a good idea of what to expect. Now for those of you excited for the Pixel 8 and the Pixel 8 Pro, we're now going to run through the full specs, design, and the price to help you guys decide which one is right for you. For my regular viewers, you guys have seen this, so just skip to the next video, but if you're new here or you haven't seen it before, then hit subscribe now and we'll get right into it. So first up, we've got the standard Pixel 8. With the standard Pixel 8, we get a 6.17-inch flat display. It's a 120Hz Full HD Plus OLED with a resolution of 2400 by 1080 and a peak brightness of 1400 nits. We get a 10.8 megapixel punch hole camera for the selfies, and then on the rear we've got a 50 megapixel Samsung GN2 for the primary camera and a 15 megapixel Sony IMX386 for the ultra wide. It's of course powered by Google's new Tensor G3 chipset, and it comes with 8GB of RAM and a choice of 128 or 256 storage. We get a 4485 mAh battery with 24W wired charging and 20W wireless. We also get 5G support, Bluetooth 5.3, Wi-Fi 7, and of course the phone is going to ship with Android 14. The phone is launching in October and we're still awaiting confirmation of the prices, but it's estimated to launch around $650 to $700. Now next up, we've got the Pixel 8 Pro, and for the first time ever, we get a 6.7-inch 120Hz flat display on the Pro model. It's coming with a resolution of 2992 by 1344, giving us 490 pixels per inch. We get a peak brightness of 1600 nits. We get a 10.8 megapixel punch hole camera for the selfies, and then on the rear we get a 50 megapixel Samsung GN2 for the primary camera, a 64 megapixel Sony IMX787 for the ultra wide, and then a 48 megapixel GM5 for the telephoto, and it's going to have 5 times optical zoom. It's of course powered by Google's new Tensor G3 chipset, and it comes with a choice of 8 or 12 GB of RAM, and then a choice of 128, 256 or 512 storage. We get a 4950 mAh battery with 27 watt fast wired charging, and then 23 watt wireless. We also get 5G support, Bluetooth 5.3, Wi-Fi 7 and ultra wideband, and then we also get a new temperature sensor, which is brand new to the Pixel series. Now the phone will of course ship with the new Android 14, and the phone is launching in October. Again, we're still awaiting confirmation of the prices, but I estimate it's going to launch at around $950 to $1,000. So the Pixel 8 is looking like a nice upgrade to the previous models. While it initially seemed that there wasn't going to be much of a change, we now know there's plenty of design and hardware changes to really improve the user experience. The fact that we're now getting an ultrasonic fingerprint scanner is going to bring big improvements to the day-to-day usability. With all the new AI features, it's going to make day-to-day life and photography that little bit easier. Now, given that it is still quite similar to the predecessor, I can't imagine those on the 7 series are going to be rushing for an upgrade, but definitely for those on older models or looking to get their first Pixel phone, it's going to be a great choice. Now, as always with Google, we know way too much ahead of the launch, and we already know pretty much everything there is to know, but hopefully Google do still have some surprises up their sleeves, and of course, if anything comes in, I will be sharing it straight away, so make sure you subscribe so you don't miss a thing in the future.